Okay, welcome to WTW Bible Studies. Today we're going to do a prophecy video. So I've promised that I'm going to do the predestination stuff, and I'll get to that next time after this video. There's some things going on, so I just want to keep everybody informed on what's happening in the world of when's Jesus coming. So we've got the Temple Institute. They have trained priests. They have all the furniture, utensils, whatever they need to make that temple, I believe, including a replica of the Ark of the Covenant. All that is good to go. So when they're given the word, they are ready. We've got red heifers. Those were big news a while back. There's 5 red heifers came from Texas, and they've been certified, but they're getting old. So it won't be too long, and those red heifers, some of their hairs will start turning white. And if they do that, they'll be disqualified. So the red heifers are aging out. So something's got to happen if they're going to have that sacrifice of the red heifers. That's got to happen pretty soon. We just had a recent blood moon. So there have been people saying, well, the blood moon, that's going to happen. Well, in prophecy, the blood moon happens immediately after the Great Tribulation. So if you see something now, unless you have already gone through the Great Tribulation, that's got nothing to do with the Bible prophecy. There are astronomical events that happen, throughout time. And so the latest blood moon, if somebody got you excited about that, don't worry about that at all. It's got nothing to do with anything. In regards to the Bible, we've got Revelation 6. So the first 5 seals there, they've been repeatedly fulfilled from the first century. We've got Revelation 7. We've got 144,000 Jews have to become Christians before there can be a peace treaty, before the next world order gets blown in. So there's 4 winds holding back the 4 winds of heaven. And when the 4 winds of heaven blow, they blow in a new world empire. So there hasn't been a new world empire since a couple thousand years, since the time of the Romans. We've got Revelation 8. The first 4 trumpets, they've already sounded. So if you watch my Revelation videos, you can get more updates on those. But I believe that those have already been fulfilled. And we've got the 5th trumpet in Revelation 9. We've got the scorpions. And so people wonder, are those supernatural beings of some sort, demonic things that come up out of the ground? It seems with the big description they have on them, a lot of people thought they were helicopters. And now we're in the world of drones. So maybe they're drones. They could very easily describe different things that are happening as you have locust armies, you have drone armies that are forming all around now. That's the big warfare of our day. Just came into existence here, mainly with the Ukraine and Russian war. It's the Abraham Accords. So Trump started that in his first term. Will that come back? Will that be the 7-year covenant that's formed in Daniel 9:27? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that, but that's definitely something to keep your eye on. We've got the Russian-Ukraine war. That has put a stop to things. So with Trump in power, he doesn't want to be in charge of the world anymore. It looks like he wants to say how things go, but he wants the Europeans to fight their own battles. So he doesn't want the United States to fund all that war, to put all our soldiers at risk. As he's encouraging Europe to stand up. So it's like, well, how can all this end time stuff happen if America isn't mentioned? Well, this could be a way. It could be that America's involved in a treaty, but they're just involved with the negotiations. That's actually going to be up to this new treaty is going to be 10 nations all along. It's going to be 5 European probably and 5 Middle Eastern, and the United States not really involved. So now the way Trump works things, that could very easily happen. We've got the 7-year treaty. When could that happen? Well, in the middle of the treaty, there's going to be the abomination of desolation. And the day before that is going to be the Feast of Passover. That's when all the Jews open their doors to Elijah who is to come. And I believe that Elijah is the 144,000 have to be sealed before the peace treaty starts, before the New World Empire starts, the New Roman Empire. So if that's the case, if the middle of it is in the Passover, then it would start and end around the Feast of Tabernacles. Well, that's coming up in October. So we get into early October. Will the peace treaty happen? Will these nations form at that time? Well, I just can't tell you that, but that's something to look forward to again in the coming days. And October is not that far away. Revelation 13, 1-2, it talks about a new Roman Empire. So this beast that comes out of the sea. And it's got 10 horns. Those are the 10 nations that are going to be forming out of it. In Daniel, it talks about a little horn, and that's going to be a king of the north. So this is the area of Syria. So we've got Syria will take over this new Roman Empire. So there'll actually be 7 kings, or there'll actually be a king from the Roman Empire that's in charge of starting it up, but it's going to be taken over by this Syrian king. In Revelation 13:3, it says there's going to be one of its heads has been cut off and it'll be remarkably healed. So right now, Assad, the former president of Syria, he's been cut off. He's living in Russia. So when he returns, will that be a fulfillment of Revelation 13:3? And if it is, then he'll get rid of 3 kings that are in place at the present time, or when this treaty is formed at any rate. So probably get rid of the king of Rome, the king of Israel, and the leader of Egypt as well. So it'll probably be the 3 that he knocks out as he comes in and starts war. There'll be that 200 million army, 200 million man army that starts at the Great River Euphrates, and he will get down there around Passover in the middle of that 7-year peace treaty. So those are things to look forward to. Is this truly all Bible prophecy? Well, we don't really know. But if a peace treaty comes to happen with 10 nations in October, get ready, because that'll be the start of the 7-year period that's described in Daniel 9:27. The last half of which, the last 3.5 years, those are the period of Great Tribulation. So again, when the Jews say there's peace and safety, they're going to have peace and safety at the beginning part of that. Well, that'll all go away, but that's when the Great Tribulation starts, after the Jews think that they're secure in their land. That's when that 6th army trumpet will come down. So that's what's going on in prophecy today, things to keep your eye on, at least through October. And if that hasn't happened, well, then prophecy hasn't been fulfilled then. We'll just keep our eye on that stuff. So they say, Maranatha, keep looking for Jesus. If you're a pre-trib, I guess you don't have to worry about any of that. I don't hold that point of view. I think we're going to see everything that comes to pass.